Hello friends, welcome to Dreamweaver Crocheting with Love. In today's tutorial, I am going to teach you how to crochet this baby socks. Now this socks I have done using front post and back post double crochet stitches, and moreover I have made few chains and passed them to the stitches on the top portion so that it can act as a tie-up and it will give a good grip on the baby's legs. Now as you can see in this socks, I have made the tie-ups on the sideways. So you can do either in this way or over here I have made the tie-ups on the front portion. So you can also make it in this way. So that all depends upon your choice. This green color socks I have done for a 0 to 3 month old baby, and the red and black one I have done for a 3 to 6 month old baby. So the steps for doing both of them remains the same. The only variation will come in the hook size. So depending upon the age group for which you want to do this socks, you have to just change the hook size and then follow the same steps as I will be doing in this tutorial. So let's see the size chart. Now as per the size chart, here I have mentioned that for a 0 to 3 month old baby, the hook size that you will be following is 2.5 mm. For a 3 to 6 month old baby, the hook size is 3 mm, and for a 6 to 12 month baby, you will be using a hook size of 3.5 mm. So depending upon the age of the child for whom you are doing this socks, you have to choose the hook size accordingly, and then whatever steps I am following in the tutorial, you have to just follow it as it is. So let's get into the tutorial. In order to make this socks, the materials that we need are a 3 mm crochet hook. Since I am doing this socks for a 3 to 6 month old baby, I have taken this hook, scissors. These are the two colors that I have chosen to make the socks. Yellow would be my main color, and for making the heel, the upper portion and the bottom portion, I will be using this grey colored yarn, a measuring tape. Now for making the bottom 3 rows of our socks, I am using this grey colored yarn. First we will be making the magic circle, and into this magic circle work 12 half double crochets. So here I have done the 12 half double crochet stitches. Now just pull the tail of the magic circle in order to close it and slip stitch on top of the first half double crochet worked. Now for the second round, work one chain and turn your work. Now into each of the stitches, you will be working 2 half double crochets. Now since for the previous round we have 12 half double crochets, so by end of the second round we will be having 24 half double crochets. So after working the second round, I have slip stitch on top of the first half double crochet work. Now for the third round, again work one chain and turn your work, and the sequence for this round is to work 1 half double crochet into the first stitch followed by 2 half double crochet into the next. So just going to the first stitch, I will be working 1 half double crochet and into the next 2 half double crochet. So this will be the sequence for the entire round. So just continue like this till the end of the round. After working the third round, I have slip stitch on top of the first half double crochet stitch. The total number of half double crochets that we have are 36. Since I said I will be doing just 3 rounds with this color yarn, so I have cut my yarn. Now we will be joining this yellow colored yarn. Now in order to work the first row with this yellow colored yarn, work one chain and into the first stitch work 1 front post double crochet, and into the next work 1 back post double crochet. So the sequence of this round is very simple, working 1 front post double crochet followed by 1 back post double crochet. So just continue working like this till the end of the round. So after working 1 front post and 1 back post alternately, I have come to the end of the first round, and in order to complete this round, I need to slip stitch into the chain 1 space. So that finishes our round 1. Since for the base round, the last round had 36 double crochets, So for this round we are having 36 front post and back post double crochets. So this part forms this portion of your baby socks. Now as we have done the first round using front post and back post stitches, so in total you will be working this round for 11 times. That is repeating round 1. So I'll just show you the second round. Work one chain and on top of the front post we'll be working one front post, and on top of the back post we'll be working one back post. And you have to just repeat it for the entire round, and this needs to be done for total of 11 rows as you can see in the socks. So just continue working like this for total of 11 rounds. So here I have done the 11 rows as I had mentioned before. Since I will be working the heel part with this grey colored yarn, so I have cut my yarn. Now we need to join the grey colored yarn. In total we have 36 front post and back post double crochets. So we will be working the heel part on the 18 double crochets, and we will leave the rest of the 18 double crochets as unworked. So we will be keeping this join part on the back side. Moving to the 9th stitch from the place where the yarn was cut, we will be joining this grey colored yarn. So just counting 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On the 9th stitch, I shall insert my hook and join this yarn. Now work one chain and work one double crochet into the same stitch. Now moving to the next stitch, work one double crochet. So in this way we will be working one double crochet into the next 16 stitches. Now I have already worked 2 of the double crochets, so in total I will be working 18 double crochets. So just continue working like this for total of 18 double crochets. Well, as I mentioned, I worked the 18 double crochets. Now for the second row, we need to work one chain and turn our work. Now the sequence for this row would be to work one double crochet into the first 6 stitches, now work one single crochet into next 6 stitches. Now I am left with last 6 stitches. So into the 6 stitches I will be working one double crochet each. So this finishes our second row of the heel. In order to work the third row, work one chain and turn your work, and the sequence for this row is to work one double crochet into the first 6 stitches. Here I am having 6 single crochets. So I will be working 3 sets of single crochets 2 together into the 6 stitches. So going to the first and the second stitch, I'll just club them together to form a single stitch. In similar manner, I'll be working 2 more sets. So here I have in all 3 sets of single crochets 2 together. Again I am left with 6 double crochets, so I will be working 1 double crochet into each of the stitches. So here I have come to the end of the third row. Now we will be working the fourth and the final row of our heel. For that, chain 1 and turn your work. Now into the first 6 stitches you will be working 1 double crochet. Here we have 3 sets of single crochets 2 together. So I'll be skipping the first set and working 1 single crochet into the second set. I need to skip the next set of single crochets 2 together and work 1 double crochet into each of the 6 double crochets worked in the previous row. So here I've done with the 4th row of our heel. So that finishes our heel. Now we need to join these 2 portions in this way. So just holding it in this way, we'll be joining on the inner part. So insert your hook into the first double crochet of the other side, just like this, and then pull this loop to that stitch and work 1 chain. Now we'll be joining the 2 parts using slip stitches. So going to the 2 stitches at a time, pull the yarn and work a slip stitch. Move to the next set of stitches, going through both the stitches, pull the yarn and again work a slip stitch. So in this way, since we have 6 stitches on both the sides, so we'll be working 6 slip stitches. So in total here I have done 6 slip stitches. Now we will be working a final slip stitch into the last stitch and then cut the yarn. So we'll just put this part like this, and this forms the heel of the baby socks. Now we'll be working on this portion of our socks. So for that again I need to join the yellow colored yarn. So here I'll be joining the yellow colored yarn into the row where we had worked the slip stitch. Work 1 chain and into the same space work 1 double crochet. Now since for the heel we had done 4 rows of double crochets, so we'll be working 2 double crochet per row, working sideways. So just going to the stitches in this way, work 2 double crochet per row. Going to the next row, again work 2 double crochets. In similar pattern, we will be working 2 double crochets into next 2 rows. So here in all I have worked 9 double crochets, that is the first double crochet worked on the slip stitch row and then 8 double crochets worked over the double crochets row. Now we will be working front post and back post double crochets into the 18 double crochets which we have left unworked. So just moving to the stitch, here we have the first front post double crochet stitch, so working a front post on top of it, and then you have to follow the sequence of the previous row, that is work a front post on top of a front post and a back post double crochet on top of a back post. So just continue working like this till you reach this point. So now again we have come to the heel part. So as we have done over here, we will be just working 2 double crochets per row. Over here I have worked 8 double crochets. So here we have come to the end of the first round of our upper part. Now in order to complete this row, we need to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet worked. So in this way we have done the first row. So in total we have worked 9 double crochets for this part, then 18 front post and back post double crochets over here, and to end this round we have worked 8 double crochets. So in total we have 35 double crochets. Now from the second row onwards we will be working front post and back post double crochets. So after working one chain, the first stitch you will be working would be a back post, followed by a front post into the next stitch, again a back post into the next. So just continue till you reach this point, working front post and back post alternately. So here in total I have worked the 9 front post and back post double crochet stitches. Now moving to this portion, since our last stitch was a back post and the next one is a front post, so just continue with that pattern, working a front post on top of a front post and a back post on top of the back post till you reach this point. So here I have worked the last front post. Now I am left with 8 double crochets of this part. So continuing with the sequence, the next stitch would be a back post followed by a front post. So just continue working alternately a back post and a front post double crochet till the end of the round. Now in order to end this round, work a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet worked. Now this portion in all consists of 4 rows. We have already done with 2 of our rows. So as compared with this socks, we need to make 2 more rows. The sequence for the next 2 rows is very simple. You have to just work one chain and continue with the pattern sequence, that is working a back post on top of a back post followed by a front post on top of the front post. So just continue working like this for 2 more rows. So here, as I mentioned earlier, I have worked the 4 rows of front post and back post double crochets for our upper part. Now somehow I missed out the video in which I had worked these 3 rows of half double crochet stitches, but I'll explain you how it is done. So once you have completed your front post and back post row, just cut the yarn and into the same place insert this grey colored yarn and work one chain. And the sequence for this row is very simple. You have to just work one half double crochet into each of the stitches till the end of the round. And in total, I have worked 35 half double crochets for the first row. And the second and third row is basically a repeat of first row. Now in case you want this portion to be longer, then instead of working 3 rows, you can work about 4 to 5 rows depending upon how lengthier you want your socks to be. Now the last and the final task would be to work some chains and pass them to the last row of our front post and back post double crochet stitch. For that I am using this grey colored yarn. Put a slip knot and work about 65 chains. So here I have worked the 65 chains. So we need to pass this chain to the last row in such a way that it will be going above one of the front post double crochet and then beneath of the next front post double crochet. So just watch out how I am doing it. So here it is going beneath the front post. Onto the next front post it will be going above. Now going through the next, again it will be going beneath the front post. So in this way, you have to alternately go above and beneath the front post till you reach the other end. Here I have reached the other end, and in this way you just make the tie-up for the baby socks. In similar manner, I have worked the other socks too. So you can just go back the video and just repeat the steps as we have done for this socks and make the other socks. So that's all for today's tutorial. I hope you found it really useful as well as interesting too. In case of any queries, please let me know through comments. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.